So there are certain key trends to be mindful while practicing crowdsourced journalism, like artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence or AI can be used to automate data analysis, identify data patterns, and verify information, making it easier for citizen journalists to conduct in-depth investigations. Then another technology which is mainly used in business, that is blockchain technology. So blockchain technology can be used to create a decentralized and transparent platform for verifying and distributing news and information. Then mobile journalism. So mobile devices are becoming increasingly powerful and versatile, enabling citizen journalists to report from anywhere and everywhere in the world. Another important factor is increased collaboration. So collaboration between traditional media outlets and citizen journalists can become more common or common practice, leveraging the strategies of both. During the First World War era, which marked the need for a common medium to spread information with the messages and resources to identify and disseminate the required informations, nations found it harder to communicate with each other citizens. However, this scenario has changed with the evolution of mass media and different technological revolution. So mass media played a crucial role in letting the citizens understand their governments and vice versa up to a certain point of time. Nevertheless, the technological era created an abundance of information, and this massive sets of information clutter fed to the society also created a scarcity of attention from the consumers, who are the readers and viewers of news. So the consumers no longer knew which information is trustworthy and accurate, which are not. So citizen journalism refers to that aspect of journalism where public plays an active role in collecting, analyzing, and disseminating information and news. So people who were formerly the audience, the passive recipients of the news, are now the reporters of the society. So unlike mainstream media news and media houses, citizen journalism creates a closer bond with the community, as the community contributing back to itself for betterment of the society. With upscale technology like mobile phones, laptops, tablets, and computers in hand, citizens play a better role in connecting to society and providing information about the current happenings. Unlike the present day mainstream media, where every piece of information is some form of advertisement or coverage for an extensive cooperation or government, citizen journalism focuses on addressing issues that do not find a place in the mainstream media, or it surrounds the locality to give, or the local community to give them a perspective, to give them their voices. a closer perspective to their problems. So people are the living experiences of news in society. With the mainstream media streaming information that neglects the actual citizens' view and their opinion and shows only one side of the situation, it is hard for the citizens to connect to news and media, even though the news covered is about or for them. So, citizen journalism provides this advantage of instant messaging, visual reporting, and extreme relatability from the same, sourcing the information, thus rendering the citizens to be the reporters of a phenomena or event. Though citizen journalism is a blessing for the growth and welfare of the community, there can be noticeable flaws or certain drawbacks which we have to talk about, which have to keep in mind, like that of citizens misusing their role as a journalist to spread fake or exaggerated information to gain attention of the audience, or being biased and covering only one side of the event to benefit their own personal agenda. Despite the unavoidable cons, citizen journalism gives a brighter and reliable perspective to understand the daily situation in society by making the readers and the viewers reporters of a community. Now, I'll give some examples of platforms, citizen journalism platforms like Citizen Matters, the Voice of Bangalore, which was founded in 2008 by Mrs. Meera K. and Subramaniam Vincent. Citizen Matters is an award-winning independent news media outlet based in Bangalore and now expanded in Chennai and Mumbai also. So the citizen journalism website aims to do justice to reporting and its readers. It focuses on dealing with critical urban crises and finding solutions to such crises, to such problems by praising the local governments to come to take certain measures to restrain these problems. Published by the Urvani Foundation, a Bangalore registered trust set up in 2013, the website aims to develop and promote citizen journalism on governance, citizenship, and society at city, state, and national levels in India. They chose the non-profit way of funding when they are not able to gather sufficient funds from angel investors and venture capitalists. So, following the hybrid model that involves a context mix of professional journalism and citizen journalism, the fortnightly magazine or web magazine focuses on bringing out issues that strongly affect the local society or the community but are ignored by the government through the mainstream media. The non-existence of a proper English local news outlet to focus on the civic issues in Bangalore led to the start of the citizen journalism website. 1/3 to 1/4 of his content is provided by the citizens of Bangalore, and this content is reviewed by the in-house professional journalists in the company and then published after receiving consent from the writer. So in their statement, I would quote, "We created a platform for civic participation in journalism to be a more reflective and inclusive publication that drew from the truth of people's experiences and push for change as a guide to newsworthiness determination," says Subramaniam, the co-founder of Citizen Matters. A reader-funded model, Citizen Matters, follows the community radio knowledge model to raise funds and communicate with its customer base. Citizen Matters also created Bangalore's first online community e-news magazine, and its print edition ran from 2009 to 2012. The initial funding for the website was from the founders, Subramaniam Vincent and Meera K, and few other donors, but the major funding came in when they started selling guidebooks. The first guidebook was sold by them was Living in Bangalore, which provided step-by-step insights on all essential procedures and how to do them in Bangalore. The procedures included getting birth and death certificate, driving license, passports, using BMTC bus services, knowing traffic fines, getting property papers, living in apartments, voter registration, getting water and electricity connections, filing FIRs, selecting school boards, among others. So Citizen Matters majorly focused on urban civic matters. So their other guidebooks included Buying Property in Bangalore, so property guidebook, and Getting to Know Bangalore, an insider's guide to the city. However, the publication for the physical books stopped in 2014. The early 2000s marked a boom in the publication of Bangalore, creating an increase in government activities such as improving civic structure. Despite sounding beneficial, majority of the news streams failed to cover the corruption behind such government activities. So one major news by Citizen Matters covered under the headline "Non-existent roads make it to Bangalore's master plan," where a resident of Bangalore had seen the infrastructure plan for road widening in a place that did not even have a road map made by the government address, the issue thereby creating a massive reader base and trust for the website. According to one of the spokespersons of Citizen Matters, stated, "We felt it was important to get answers to these questions, and the mainstream media did not cover these issues in detail. We wanted to give people access to this kind of information. We wanted to make a difference," said Meera in an interview about the start of news. So the website Citizen Matters have received multiple awards, few of which include Manthan Award, South Asia and Asia Pacific and winner of Southwest India under the institution of Digital Empowerment Foundation in the e-news and journalism category for their creation in online resources and independent coverage. Mainstream news organizations majorly provided highly biased political content and other subject matters that didn't actually address such issues faced by the citizens. So, Citizen Matters helped to bridge this serious gap that existed between the locals or the communities, local communities and the news media organizations. So, when asked this question, how to keep the audience engaged in the late 20th century, the answer would depend on how enthralling and alluring the article is. Whereas the same question asked in 21st century, the answer would depend on how informative an article would be to the reader. So, an award-winning online independent news website, the Citizen Matters not only provides the public the information that they talk about in the local societal periphery, but also connects the citizens to the rest of the city, to the rest of the country, and also praising the government, forcing them to take action or to take some measure to stop the wrongdoings or the deficiencies of the existing system. So, to conclude, I must say that citizen journalism has given voice to the voiceless, but at the same time, we as a citizen should be responsible enough and ethically sound to cater to the audience or to the readers or the viewers. So, for the sake of popularity or for the sake of gaining more viewers or crowd, the citizen journalists should not take resort to any sort of malpractices or unethical way of reporting. Most of the time, the traditional journalists or the mainstream media journalists, reporters blame that this accessibility of data or so much of information around, although give any Tom, Dick, Harry become journalists, but the journalistic skills are different. So, the citizen journalists also should be mindful of the journalistic skill sets as well as the ethical responsibility for which they have to be accountable for. Thank you very much.